Hey, what's up everybody? It's Josh with the EnVision vlog, and today is a pivotal day. A very pivotal day. Pivotal day, in fact. The reason is because I am going to have my eyes tested again. What makes this test different than all the other tests I've gone through is that this may be the one where I may be officially declared legally blind. For those of you who do not know or are watching this channel for the first time, I have retinitis pigmentosa, which is a degenerative eye disease. In the simplest way possible, I used to could see really well, and then over time my vision keeps getting worse and worse and worse. To add some more context to this, when I was younger, 8, 9, 10 years old, I could catch a baseball by standing in the outfield. By the time I was 12, 13, I could no longer see to play baseball. My vision was, however, still good enough to drive, so I was actually able to drive at the age of 16, 17 years old. And fast forward to my senior year of college, I no longer drive because at this point my vision has gotten to the point where it's too dangerous for me to drive. Fast forward now to a couple of months ago, I had to actually give up my license officially. I only have a state ID. So it's no doubt that I have been declared low vision or visually impaired since my diagnosis. However, today is the pivotal moment to where I may actually be declared legally blind. Now, for those of you who do not know, legal blindness is defined in the United States as having a visual acuity of 2200 or less in the better of one of your eyes. If it's not defined by that way, it's also defined as having a visual field of 20 degrees or less. For me, I feel that my visual acuity is better than 2200. I'm predicting that, I'll be probably 2200 in my left eye, around that area, and then maybe around 2150, 140, 160 for my right eye. Where I think my legal blindness will actually stem from is my visual field. I haven't had a visual field test in several years, so I have no idea what degree of vision I actually have left in terms of the field. But today, hopefully, we will find out. Stay tuned. My retinas are dilated. My retinas are dilated. Oh my God. My retinas are dilated. My retinas are dilated. Oh, that hurt. Oh my Lord. They gave me these sunglasses, make me look like an owl. I gotta fix this problem. Yeah. So we just came out of the doctor's office and got some good news and got some bad news. The good news is they were able to do the acuity test, and I actually turned out to be nowhere near legally blind. I don't know where I got the idea. I guess it was one of my old optometrists or something who told me that, my vision was like 2150. I don't know where I've got those numbers from, but it's really not that bad. The doctor said I was about 2100 corrected in both eyes. So, it's not any better, but it's not any worse. The bad news is we could not get the acuity test done today. I had to have that thing rescheduled for Thursday of this week. So yes, I hate that I'm gonna have to take time off work, but nevertheless, this stuff has to get done. She crazy, y'all. So yeah, until Thursday, we'll see what happens. Maybe I'm not legally blind one way, but who knows? Maybe I'm legally blind the other way. Oh, a quick side note. So I asked my, what's an eye doctor? An ophthalmologist?
Yep.
There. Ophthalmologist. I asked him about the connection between retinitis pigmentosa and eye floaters. I told him that I've always seemed to have eye floaters all the time, and I never quite understood if they would go away or whatnot, or if there was any connection. Uh-oh. And so he asked me a little bit about, what my eye floaters look like. So I told him, on light backgrounds, it looks very dark. On dark backgrounds, it looks very light. I see them heavily at night. And then he asked me if they move around or dart away. And, basically, when I told him no, he basically said those weren't eye floaters, or that was my retinitis pigmentosa. What I was actually seeing were the spots and holes in my vision. Somebody lied to me. Here I am, 7 years old, wondering why I'm seeing spots. I'm thinking it's eye floaters. I forgot I need to keep these on. It wasn't eye floaters. I was just having holes in my vision since day one. Had to take the jacket off, getting all bothered just thinking about it. And seriously, I'm thinking it's eye floaters. Dad's thinking it's eye floaters. Mom, sister, Mima, Papa, aunts, uncles. They all think it's eye floaters. Even the dog is thinking it's eye floaters. Just so y'all know, a little bit of a science thing going on for y'all right now. What an eye floater is basically in your eye, you have this jelly-like substance called vitreous. Due to age, oftentimes the vitreous will degenerate. When the vitreous degenerates and starts floating around your eyeballs and whatnot, oftentimes it will cast a shadow over the retina, and what that shadow results in is an eye floater. The more you know. So shadows versus dead spots. Are you for real right now? But that's my little rant going on about how I now know that I don't have eye floaters at all. They're just dead spots in my eyes. Blind spots, if you will. But nevertheless, enjoy your newly found knowledge about eye floaters and blind spots and retinitis pigmentosa. I'm tired. I'll see y'all in a couple of days.
3 days later.
And here we are back on the road, 9:00 something in the morning, going to get the visual field test done today. On top of that, something weird's been going on with my tear duct lately. The one on the left has just been going haywire, and yeah, I'll just be like out and about doing my thing, and then I'll just randomly just start spurting tears, and it's been hurting, and I got a headache. I'm just a hot mess at this moment, so I'm just excited to go to the eye doctor and hopefully get some answers as to my visual field progression and hopefully figure out what's going on with this tear duct. All right, so we just got out of the doctor's office, and yeah, the results are in. It is official. I am legally blind. Federal definition, I thought it was 20 degrees or less visual field wise, but turns out it's 15 degrees. And according to the doctor, I have less than 15 degrees of visual field. And I haven't had a visual field test in several years, so they actually have to look and find my other doctor who gave me the test years ago and figure out the actual progression. So as far as this is concerned, how I'm feeling regarding the whole thing, I mean, I knew it was coming. They told me when, I was 19 years old that this was gonna happen. Eventually I'd be legally blind, and yeah, here we are. At this point, I can now tell people I'm legally blind, and there's no question about it. I am. When you get down to it, this is one of the reasons I started this vlog. You know, I'm always gonna have some form of content to give y'all, because let's be real here. It's not just like I am blind and I'm doing things, it's that I have vision and it's slowly getting worse and I'm doing things. There's always gonna be a new challenge. Oh, I need a break. In other news, they did go in and check out my tear ducts. That is a completely different story. They had to squirt some fluorescent dye in my eyeball and then have me blow my nose and then check the napkin or the tissue for to see if the fluorescent dye actually drained in from my eye into my nose. So that was kind of gross. I mean, you want to see this fluorescent dye. Look at this mess. Yeah, I've got the eye of the tiger, all nice and bright orange. Turns out it didn't go through, which means there's some form of blockage, and the doctor looked in my eye and said that I had, in his words, horrible allergies. Horrible. So now I'm on a special allergy medication eye drop, so that's going to be kind of exciting. Give me a little sample. So hopefully this will keep me from itchy eyes and constantly involuntarily crying out of my left eyeball. Yep, that sums it up. I have allergies and I'm legally blind now. And I'm really hungry. I think I'm going to go get a sandwich. This is Josh with the EnVision vlog, signing off.